Welcome. Thanks for coming. The DALI Lab and DEN are thrilled to present the Winter 15 version of the pitch. The pitch is offered every term, and it's a way to help move ideas forward. We aren't just looking for a business plan. We're looking for great ideas, creative approaches to important problems with a potential for big impact. There are 23 groups presenting today from the Dartmouth community, so we'll be moving along through that. So the pitch is a collaboration between DEN and DALI. The Newcomb Digital Arts Leadership and Innovation Lab, or DALI, is an innovation and impact lab in the computer science department. We're part of a new way that students are learning here at Dartmouth through experiential learning that brings theory into practice. At DALI, student developers, designers, and project managers work together outside the classroom on projects brought to us by partners and by the pitch. Our partners need our help communicating complex information in meaningful ways that stand out among the information and technology noise and overload. DALI teams employ elegant design and modern technology to solve a wide range of challenges. Moved by Dartmouth's belief that entrepreneurial skills can be learned, the Dartmouth Entrepreneurial Network, or DEN, fosters and promotes entrepreneurship across the campus. DEN fosters relationships between alums and students, offering an extensive pool of expertise through a network of over 45,000 people and 14 chapters. In addition, DEN provides countless educational opportunities and helps foster an entrepreneurial spirit across campus. So a big thanks to Jamie Coughlin, who's the Director of Entrepreneurship here at the college, and the DEN for pulling this all together with us, our partner on this. So the collaboration between DEN and DALI underscores the value of a diverse skill set. You can't just have a great idea, but you need to have creativity, technical chops, business skills, marketing, and much more in order to turn that into a valid and vibrant idea that has impact. So let's have the next slide. Oh, sorry. So here's what how it's going to work today. So each group is going to have 2 minutes to present. It's going to be a rapid fire thing. As one team is up here, there'll be 2 more on deck. So be sure to know your place in line for all of you who are pitching, and get up there and be ready to come on quickly when it's your turn. At the end of the presentations, you guys are going to have a chance to vote. Vote for 5 projects. You don't need to rank them, just pick your 5 favorite projects, and at the end of the event, there'll be people in the back with boxes or something. There'll be boxes, to collect your votes. There are judges who are, a panel of 6 judges, are going to choose first, second, and third place winners. So the audience favorite wins $2,000 plus design, development, and entrepreneurship help. The first place winner wins $3,000, second $2,000, and third $1,000 to help them with their work, plus help from the DALI Lab and DEN as they move their ideas forward. Okay. There's going to be, for you guys who are presenting, there's going to be music at the end of your 2 minutes. If you hear Shakira, it's time to stop. Was there something else I was supposed to tell? Okay. All right. The judges tonight are Gail Gentes. Gail is the Director of Action-Based Learning programs here at Dartmouth College. She's a graduate of Wells College and received an MBA with high honors from Boston University. Gail was a judge at our first pitch event, which was 1 year ago, and we're really thrilled to have you back again, Gail. Tim Tregabov is the co-founder and technical director of the DALI Lab. He's a hacker and systems engineer with years of experience in technologies of all sorts. Tim co-founded several companies and runs his own game development and consulting company called zingweb.com. Jeff Crow is an alum from Dartmouth. He's the managing partner, so is Tim and several people here. Jeff Crow is the managing partner at Norwest Venture Partners, where he focuses on consumer internet companies and software. Jeff has, all 3 of Jeff's children have gone through Dartmouth, and his daughter Molly is a senior now. Jeff has a great eye for big ideas. He knows how to turn those ideas into successful businesses. And in fact, in 2014, Jeff was named to the Forbes Midas list of top tech investors. Diana Salisbury is a computer science and classics double major. Diana has been a member of the DALI Lab since the very start. In fact, I can safely say that Diana was the first DALI member of all of them. There have been hundreds since. Diana serves as a developer and a mentor in the DALI Lab, and she has a software engineering job waiting for her at Google when she graduates. In his role as executive director, well, you guys should probably stand as I do this, sorry. So you'll stand at the end. And in his role as executive director of the entrepreneurship initiative at Tuck, Joaquin Villarreal evaluates the hundreds of entrepreneurship ideas every year. And he helps decide which projects get funded and which don't, and helps move them along. He's also the co-founder of Duxco and Red Clover Studios. And I'm also a judge. I'm a professor in the computer science department. I have to read my own thing about myself. So weird. I never read a speech. I can relate to all of the people who are starting new projects because I like to start new things too. So I'm the founder and director of the digital arts programs here, and I'm the co-founder and executive director of the DALI Lab, and I founded a couple of businesses too, but they're not worth talking about really. So let me tell you what the judging criteria are. As you're looking at the pitches, be thinking about these things. So does the idea have a potential for big impact? Is it original and creative? Is it a well-developed idea and an idea that can easily take advantage of the resources that we're offering to the winners? A little bit of cash plus design development and some entrepreneurship help. Does the team have a reasonable chance of actually pulling it off? And how good was the pitch itself? So if you think that you can find your 5 favorites of all of those, with all those criteria, those are the people you want to vote for at the end as the audience prize winners. All right, so I think this is it. You ready? You ready? Woo! Here we go. Who's first? Thanks, everybody. Here's the clipper.
Thank you, Laurie. Hello, so my name is Sean O, and this is Jonathan Hong, and we're here to kind of show you guys what OneStep is about. So OneStep was an idea that was first created a few months ago. It happened when my rowing coach and I were coming back from a competition, and he asked us to find some place to eat on the way back home. So me and a couple of the other guys, we decided to eat Chipotle, which is a delicacy if you're here from Hanover, and we decided to look on different apps. So we went to apps like Yelp, GasBuddy, different Foursquare, but the problem with this is all of these apps are run by taking a single location data point and giving you results based on where you are at your current location. Fortunately, we didn't want to eat Chipotle at 10 in the morning. We wanted it 2 hours into our travel. So what we decided is, shouldn't there be a better way for Yelp to be integrated in a travel where you're not just at a single location, but you're moving along a certain path?
And so our solution was to essentially combine Google Maps and Yelp so that you can input a destination and a final destination. Then, depending on your search, it would show you a list of restaurants, gas stations, or hotels that you could sort by distance from your route, prices, or rating.
But on top of all that, there's different other features that you have. You can also sort them based on whether you want the searches to be based on in the beginning of your route, towards the middle, or the end, depending on if you want to leave your original path, depending on what you want. So for something like us, when we were rowing, we would want something that kind of has emphasis on 2 hours into the route instead of where we are in the front. And that, all in all, is the vision of OneStep, which is to help users eat fast and travel faster. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Trevi, and I'm a Lombard Public Service Fellow here at Dartmouth. The problem we are focused on is climate change. From melting ice, desertification, and wildfires to rising seas and erosion, climate change threatens societies globally. Indigenous communities are among the most hard-hit and remain among the most vulnerable as well. So this is our proposal. We believe that Indigenous youth are in a unique position to lead their communities in this crisis. We need to empower them to act. Our method is the creation of a global Indigenous youth forum on climate change. The forum is a nonprofit initiative to connect Indigenous youth for cooperative engagement on climate change. It will facilitate a means for Indigenous youth to get together and produce collective dialogue grounded in diverse Indigenous experiences reflecting the diversity of those communities. This is our approach. We hope to use virtual technologies to create an online platform where Indigenous youth can discuss climate change issues affecting their communities, brainstorm responses and potential solutions, and collectively self-empower through advocacy. The forum has already gained substantial momentum with widespread support from Indigenous communities ranging from Siberia to Australia. However, we now need technical advice and support in order to build the online platform and ensure its functionality. So this brings us to the ask. We are looking for support with technical design choices, such as a platform, GUI, etc. Having ourselves looked into various options, we seek expertise on selecting the design that best suits the forum. We also need development support, especially technical development, including coding, debugging, alpha testing of the site, etc. Mentorship will also be important, with sustained mentorship during the spring as the platform is launched being especially necessary to help ensure that the site is functional and that we have the capacity ourselves to keep it going. Lastly, funding will be important to help cover the cost of creating and initially maintaining the site. We believe that with support from DALI and DEN, we can make this a reality, and that the Indigenous Youth Forum will serve to empower young people worldwide to take action on behalf of their communities. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jordan Gonzika, and I want to start off by asking you all a question. How many of you use mobile phones or tablets daily? Okay. Now, how many of you are used to tapping and swiping on your devices? Well, of course. I mean, we all know the idea that you can touch a device and navigate through it. But with a screen that's designed for both touching and viewing content, you know, touching the screen can get in the way of the experience, produce smudges and scratches, and force you to reach for your device if it's too far away or it's in your pocket. But what if we have more natural ways, touch-free ways to basically interact with our devices? Well, I've created an app called Control.AR, which does exactly that. So with the rise of wearables and human-computer interaction, I really think that this has the potential to revolutionize the mobile experience. Yeah, and basically what I'm asking from DEN and DALI is help with design and funding to take this to the next level. And with that, I'm Jordan Gonzika, and this is Control.AR, the augmented reality controller for your mobile device. Thank you.
We're here today to talk about Dart Room, digitizing the way we manage space. I'm Jeff, and this is Brandon. We're a team of 3 CS majors and 4 engineers. Hi there. All right, booking a study room for finals? Here's the problem. Our booking system is inefficient and outdated. There are 2 reasons. Number 1, the booking process is complicated, requiring user logins online and waiting for the email confirmation. Number 2, our booking information, and this is important, is simply inaccurate. This picture was taken 3 days ago in Bakerberry, but the room schedule was from February 15th, which was 2 weeks old. Today at Dartmouth, we don't know who or when somebody booked a study room. And our solution is a touchscreen monitor displaying the latest room schedule, as well as a clock out function in case you need to leave the room, say, an hour early or cancel the reservation. We have also found a supplier from Taiwan, which will help reduce our BOM costs in the future. And by customizing the software to Dartmouth, we can solve this simple problem. which is why we're working with the facility managers at Failberg and Bakerberry. So what is the next step? Using the same device, hook it up to the webcam IP address, and we can gather information such as, is it snowing outside? How long's the calf line? What's the gas price on Main Street? Or who to contact if the projector is not working? Using Dartroom, these information will be at your disposal in the comfort of your room. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Will, this is Joy, and we'd like to show you our app Meander, which streamlines the process of planning a day out or a trip. So imagine yourself in Boston, you're visiting a friend, and you guys would like to do some things outside. So let's say you want to do kayaking, maybe grab some coffee, go to the museum, and then perhaps grab dinner afterwards. So if you were me right now, you would go on Yelp and try to search all these activities up. And this would be a really busy process. You'd have so many windows open, and once you're finally done scrolling through all of them and deciding on something, you might go on Google Maps, search it up, and realize that it's actually an impractical route. So in comes Meander.
So with Meander, the workflow looks much different. Basically, you enter in your location and then a set of activities that you're going to do for the day. And if you decide on changing the order of the activities, you can always play around with that until you're happy. So once you're happy with that, you click search and you basically get a list of places to go and a route based on the activities that you've entered. For every single activity, you also get a list of alternative activities, alternative places to go. And for every single alternative, you can basically hover over the alternative to see a short description of that place. And if you decide that you want to explore the option, you can click on it to change the route. And if you notice, as we click on all the alternative activities, the route is actually changing on the right side. So this is a really easy way to basically organize your entire itinerary, your entire route. So once you're happy with that, you click Get Directions, and you get the route on Google Maps. So as you can see, this is a much simpler, much easier way to plan out your day. And in addition, if we compare the Meander route to the route that we get by manually searching, our route is also much shorter. So 43 minutes compared to 2 hours and 11 minutes. So thank you for listening.
Hi everyone, my name is Fako and this is Alex. We are both 15s at Dartmouth, and we are here to talk to you today about DartSnap, a language drill application. So drill at Dartmouth is a tradition that is integral in the language learning process. Every year we have over 1,800 students taking language courses. We have over 220 ATs, and we have worldwide 250,000 students using the Rasius method. But although it's a really effective and successful practice here at Dartmouth, we do have a few challenges that we think that DartSnap could address. For example, as you can see here, drill cards are extremely heavy and burdensome on our ATs. And additionally, responding to student needs and adding facility and transitioning between drills is difficult because of the burdensome drill cards that we have to lug around all day. Lastly, communicating between professors and students is also difficult, and we think that DartSnap could make this a lot more efficient.
We've already done a little part of improving this process. We've uploaded all the drill cards online, and some professors have also started to use Google Doc attendance sheets. However, it's not uniform, and there's still some issues that we think that DartSnap could solve. We'd like to incorporate a couple of things. First, we'd like to have online attendance sheets through this app where students would be able to access them and get attendance information. This would also include accessing information about the course materials that were taught on a given day of drill. We'd also like to provide videos on additional training materials for drills, both in the content of the language and also in drill techniques. And lastly, we'd like DartSnap would allow us the ability to create lesson plans and incorporate multimedia aspects, such as videos and songs and games, which make the drill process a lot more entertaining for the students and a lot more instructive. We'd like to roll out DartSnap in 2 main stages. First, we'd like to have the pilot stage here at Dartmouth and basically spread it throughout all the language departments. Once it's set up here, we'd then like to work in partnership with the Razia Center and expand it worldwide to the over 250,000 students worldwide that use the Razia method. We'd like to thank you for listening to our pitch. These are the team members, and if you have any questions, please contact Tania Convertini, who's a professor at the Italian department. Thank you very much.
In an ideal world, we could all work productively for hours and never be distracted by the evils of BuzzFeed, Facebook, or YouTube. In an ideal world, we could all only take a short break because this time would really be different from all the other times. But the simple reality is most of us college students just can't. This is why I'd like to introduce you to Fidget, your personal trainer for productivity. Fidget is a menu bar app that will always be there to catch you before you fall back on a quick break texting your friends. Simply click on the icon in your menu bar and Fidget will immediately pop up with a satisfying and productive break. These breaks range from reading a single New York Times article to the space to do one problem from your math homework or even to a short, time-controlled game. Now, Fidget is not like other productivity apps because Fidget doesn't discourage breaks. Instead, Fidget encourages more rewarding, time-controlled breaks. Click here to make Fidget your single to-do list and allow Fidget to chop up your tasks into short, bite-sized chunks that will serve as perfect breaks. Or click here to customize Fidget to meet your specific needs. Adjust the length of your breaks. Tell Fidget what breaks you would like to work into your day that day and what breaks you'd rather not. Now, my name is Brendan Krimsky, and along with my partner, Christy Ramsran, we are Team Fidget. As computer science majors, we plan to develop this app ourselves and build it from the ground up. Additionally, Christy will use her art experience to design Fidget's UI. Now, as college students, we're in the perfect position to build exactly what our target audience needs. Today, we're asking for $3,000 to help with technical maintenance and advertising. Additionally, we're very excited to work with the excellent mentors at the DALI Lab and the DEN as we finalize our design and bring our product to market. And we hope that you will embark with us on the path to an even more productive generation. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Robert Thielen.
And I'm Orestes Likoropoulos.
And we're the co-founders of Flick. We want to change the way that you connect. The world is becoming a much more complicated place. With the proliferation of social networks and the population of those networks growing every day, it's becoming more and more complicated to connect. Let's say I want to meet someone and get their phone number and Facebook information. I need to talk to them, remember their name. After I remember their name, if they have a name like Orestes is, I got to remember how to spell it. Or if there's a common name, there's 30 of them. It's a problem. You multiply that by the number of social networks, and really what happens is a wall is formed. What we want to do at Flick is tear down that wall. We want to make sharing social information as easy as a flick of the finger. So how are we going to do that? Well, the first thing we do is we search the room using Bluetooth Low Energy, and we find the person you're talking to. Then you decide what information you want to share, and when they receive it, they decide what they want to save. Then it automatically connects you on the social networks, and it makes it a contact, all within 3 or 4 seconds. What if you don't have Flick? You just flick the information to a phone number, and when they download the app and validate the phone number, the information is waiting for them.
So what we have so far is a working prototype that uses Bluetooth Low Energy to transfer contact and social media information from one phone to another. Then when it receives the information back, it saves it locally into the iPhone contacts. Well, but admittedly, our prototype doesn't look nearly as cool as the mock-ups. So how we get from here to here? The answer is simple. We need help from the DALI and the DEN to help us achieve our goal. We're asking for designers, more coders, and mentorship. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Haider, and this is Zohaib. Meet Mike. Mike finds his lectures to be fast-paced. To address this problem, he started recording his classes so he could review them later. But the problem is rehearing your complete lectures is too inefficient. There were only certain parts that Mike really cared about, but current technologies didn't let him retain these intuitions. Meet Alter, the right way to record your lectures. So how does it work? Alter shows you a few tags, such as important, confusing, and on exam. During a lecture, we're always recording. But when the professor says something important, you simply hit the important tag. We take the previous 30 seconds of the lecture and the following 30 seconds, and we store it for you. So now when you go back to your lectures, and you review them, each lecture is organized by the annotations that we have. So you can see all of the annotations there. Each audio clip we've already transcribed for you, so you don't even have to rehear the clips. You can send these to your friends, and you can chat with them and ask them questions. The best part is we already have your class schedule on file. So we automatically organize these and name these for you, so you don't have to do anything. Our app also deals as a teaching aid. Once we have everyone's annotations, we can show these to the professors. So we can generate heat maps showing where students are confused or what they found important. So instructors can now review this information and improve their lectures, but we can do even better. So during a lecture, whenever a student gets confused, we know in real time. We can let the instructor know, and he has an opportunity to self-correct during the lecture. Imagine the utility of this in large classroom settings where people often hesitate to ask questions. They have to do nothing, and they get notifications. There's an opportunity here to help 40 million students learn better and 1.5 million professors teach better. We've already started developing an Android app, and we need help developing an iPhone version. And we need some funds to travel and obviously advertise the product. We want to launch in a single classroom at Dartmouth for beta testing, refine our idea, and then launch more globally. We're both graduate students in computer science. Help us alter the classroom experience.
Hi, everyone. My name is Samuel Ezekiel. I'm from Tanzania. My other name is Good Sam. And I'm here to introduce KGS Corner, because most of you are familiar with KGS. So what's KGS Corner? KGS Corner is a website designed to coordinate social events on campus and share videos and pictures from different events. So KGS Corner is a website, and right now I'm thinking of making an application, but I have a website running already. So students can know what's going on campus by looking at different categories. We have performance, social, dance, and sports. So in addition to what we provide, students can share pictures, videos, and audios from different events and their personal production. So let's say we have students who knows how to sing, they're talented, they have good dancer, but they're shy to join to other clubs, so they maybe like to sing in the shower. And they take the videos for themselves, for audios, and they post it on KGS Corner. So the benefit to the students. So it's a one-stop location for events of the week. So they can stop going through their deleted emails, trash emails, just go to KGS Corner and see what's going on campus. They can review past events and offer feedback for the experience about the past events, if it was boring, exciting, or anything. They can also upload and share pictures from the events. As well, they can share their creative work, such as acapellas and videos. So other videos of other benefits to, So other benefits to the organizations. So they can advertise and publicize their events on campus. They can also have a storage for their videos and pictures of the events. They can receive feedback from the audience, like if the event was really good, was rewarding. And they can also carry out surveys and they decrease the cost of advertising. So that's a screenshot of KGS Corner. So we have a photo of the week over there, and we have a component where students can share the audios. Those who like to sing in the shower and they're shy to join clubs, they can share the audios. And they have past videos for different events on campus. And right there we have upcoming widget where it shows all the upcoming events of the week. And those are special announcements for special parties on campus. And those are pictures. It's done.
Hi, my name is Jason, and this is Kathy, and today we're here to talk to you about Landmark, an interactive tour guide that will help you discover your next adventure. Imagine you are a traveler looking for your next destination. The current problem is that there's simply too much content out there. As a result, it's too difficult to filter the good from the bad. This is where Landmark comes in. By integrating a user-based voting system, we ensure that only the highest quality content is featured on Landmark. Now let's take a quick look. Right off the bat, we integrate with Instagram to make sure users are easily accessing the application. Next, we have filtering top content, ensuring quality at a moment's glance. Next, we have map search, allowing users to dive deep into a specific location, allowing them to explore the best that region has to offer.
You can archive personal favorites for future travel inspiration. To create a story, simply import photos directly from Instagram or Camera Roll. Afterwards, you can craft your personal story using a mix of not only photos, but text and video content as well. Now, let's look at the market. We hope to initially target college students, first starting out with the over 600 Dartmouth students studying abroad each year, then students across the United States. Afterwards, we hope to expand to travelers around the world. Landmark has the unique opportunity to control a niche in the ever-growing travel industry.
Now we're going to share what we bring to the table. With experience in 2 previous startups, I bring a wide range of technical skills from web development to mobile.
I have extensive experience in UI/UX design. I also bring a strong business background with skills in both finance and marketing. With our different skill sets, Jason and I make the perfect team to bring Landmark to life. Along our sides, we have 2 Dartmouth advisors with over 40 years of experience in the mobile industry. They provide us with guidance necessary to position, market, and grow our product. Thank you so much, and we hope you follow us to Landmark.
In China's biggest cities, a peasant apartheid is driving a wedge between urban and rural families.
Due to China's household registration system, children of migrant workers are banned from public schools and instead must attend under-resourced institutions where teachers have minimal training, especially in English.
However, English is both the critical component of the high school entrance exam and an essential tool for social mobility.
My name's Liam, and this is Ichen.
And we're representing the Dandelion Project, a student-run organization that aims to bridge the gap in English education.
We collaborate with the Dandelion School for Children of Beijing Migrant Workers, providing digital education materials that supplement the students' English curriculum and aid in the pronunciation.
The Dandelion Project has been around for 2 years, during which we have created over 50 English learning videos. We have pioneered with the teachers to create an e-learning system. We have also sent 12 Dartmouth students to the Dandelion School itself, and we have also developed a working app that allows students to play interactive games in English.
So these badasses make up the majority of our team. Our areas of expertise include disciplines such as neuroscience, economics, computer science, and education.
We are united by our need to fight education inequality in China, but our impact extends far beyond just the Dandelion School. At Dartmouth, we foster a strong sense of community among our members.
The Dandelion Project allows Dartmouth students to acquire technical skills while editing videos and creating apps. Moreover, students expand their cultural horizons while gaining experience in social entrepreneurship.
Our plans moving forward include redefining our metric for success, partnering with other universities that also work with the Dandelion School, and expanding to other middle schools in China.
We are here today to seek technical and financial support to expand our digital platform and purchase professional video equipment.
hopefully we'll be able to better match the Dandelion's curriculum.
With your help, these children can pursue the future that they deserve.
Thank you for your time.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I'll be presenting on behalf of my partner, Kiko, and we're here today to pitch our app idea called Kickoff, empowering fans to feel for the game by improving their in-stadium experience. So the problem is that NFL stadiums are increasingly empty. Ticket sales have generally declined since 2007, while ticket prices have increased over the last decade. The in-home experience continues to get more comfortable and cheaper, while the in-stadium experience is slow and it's really hard to see from your seats. Our solution, Kickoff, leverages mobile technology and teams' already existing Wi-Fi networks in their stadium to bring the game closer to you and improve your real-life experience in the stadium. I'm going to show a quick video of our prototype. So the one feature is bringing the game commentary from the TV right to your fingertips, giving you a play-by-play breakdown, and also giving you functionality to review any replay whenever you want. User testing thus far has been incredibly positive. So we're taking a different angle at tackling teams' attendance problems by not just enhancing the current experience for current fans, but trying to bring new fans into the stadium. One such target audience is women, which is the NFL's fastest growing fan base. We also believe that our app has application internationally. Last year, the NFL brought in $3 billion in ticket revenue. Therefore, a very small boost in ticket attendance leads to a really big monetary gain for teams. Our business strategy is to get investment and mentorship from DEN and DALI. We want to launch our product at the Cincinnati Bengals training camp scrimmage in August. We have a connection with the team and they're fully on board with our idea. And we plan to monetize the app by licensing to teams who have previously paid on the order of $100,000 a year for similar technology in their stadium. Thank you so much.
You know those conversations where you ask someone, "Are you okay?" and they respond with, "I'm fine," but you're not sure if that's an "I'm fine" or an "I'm fine."
The simple phrase can take on a whole host of meanings, and we rely on vocal cues to understand it. But as soon as we lose face-to-face communication, it gets a lot harder. If you've ever been on the receiving end of this text conversation, you know exactly what I mean.
Daniel and I are excited to bring you I'm Fine. It's a messaging application that seeks to put tone back into digital communications.
In the spirit of minimalist apps like Snapchat and Yo, I'm Fine limits the user to sending two messages, you okay or I'm fine. But it also allows you to infuse tone into the message, bringing back something you've lost in the digital medium.
Firstly, I'm Fine lets you call your message on a scale from happy to sad. We believe that this simple implementation could cut down the breakup rate in half. But we're not going to stop there.
In addition, we want the user to be able to define the tone on their own terms. If you're negative 10 degrees outside and I have to go to drill fine, we want you to be able to express that bottomless pit of despair. If you're binging on Netflix while eating an entire pint of Ben & Jerry's in my bed alone, fine, we want you to be able to express that pathetic exuberance too.
Leslie, let us help you explain your vast ocean of uncontrollable emotion. If you're 80% sad and 45% vengeful, well, first of all, those don't add up to 100, but you're probably listening to Taylor Swift and trying to get the hell over you fine.
You're that guy, not that guy. That guy.
So, will I'm Fine revolutionize technology?
No. Will it manage my relationships for me? No.
Now, could I'm Fine have prevented your last breakup? It's hard for us to say.
I don't know.
So we hope you've enjoyed this presentation of I'm Fine. It's very much in the minimalist spirit of apps like Yo, Snapchat, and Yik Yak. And what do these all have in common?
Yes. But they also do one thing and they do it well.
We're developing on iOS and Android using Google App Engine as a networking tool to connect across devices and platforms. This app was inspired by our exes, so we want to thank them for that.
Hello, everybody. My name is Anoop, and I would like to present to you CloudFit, the first fully integrated social media platform for fitness. What do I mean by this? Well, we all know of fitness apps like MyFitnessPal and BodySpace, but they don't address what I like to call the big three of fitness: gyms, trainers, and those who are trying to stay fit. CloudFit provides a solution that integrates all of these under one roof. In your MyFit profile, you can post your goals, workouts, progress, food, and music, and share it with other users in your newsfeed. You can also set up group workout pages with these users and upload images, comment, and meet up to work out with an organized checklist. For the trainers, we've set up a program where the certified professional can list their resume, gain followers, post videos, and set up appointments with a handy progress tracking tool that they can update and change daily for each of their clients. For the gyms, we offer a database that connects many different branches with the user. The user can have free access to their gym's CloudFit page and set up appointments with trainers, ask questions on an FAQ, and renew their membership. The gym can also offer freemium services like customized meal plans, raffle prizes, etc. We realize that we have competitors in the online fitness industry already, but there are a few things that we do that the others don't. As you can see, all of the other competitors do not offer the same free service that integrates gyms and trainers into a thriving fitness community. The opportunity for the use of a product like this is huge. People no longer have to say that they don't have the time to work out because they can contact a trainer and work out from home. This eliminates the whole time constraint portion of the process. Also, sports teams can use the list function to organize team workouts. In January 2014, 46 million people used fitness-related apps. In March 2014, 45% of those people surveyed said that they used fitness apps at least once daily. This is especially huge for the Generation X and the elderly who aren't reached to normally. We are in the process of running a Kickstarter and are currently talking to primary investors who are willing to fund phase 1, which is the MyFit portion. But what we're asking, these are some quotes people said about the app. What we're asking from DALI and DEN is funding necessary for the creation of phase 2 and phase 3, help on design, and marketing. Thank you.
Should I start? Okay, just by way of quick introduction, I'm Cece. I'm a 16 at the college and kind of business finance turned tech / startup. These screen sheets just represent 5% of what my sorority sisters sent in 1 minute when I asked for screenshots of their current shopping baskets. And I can guarantee you that maybe one of these purchases went through. And the problem really extends to sites like eBay and Amazon, where prices and supply are changing all the time. This is my current bank account balance, and that's because I'm a victim of impulse spending. And because of that, I can't spend my money on things that I actually need to, like rent, food and drinks with friends, entertainment, green print, and school supplies. And my idea for an app, Quell, would help with all of that. And Quell is a money management app that would allow you to automatically save increments of money towards specific items. So how exactly does Quell work? You log in, you link up your bank account, you input that specific item that you really want, and it could be anything from like a pair of skis to that new bag that you've been craving. And you basically start allocating, you want to devote $5 a day to this item for the next 2 weeks. And when you have enough money, you can buy it, or if you decide you don't want anymore, just put the money right back and it feels like you got paid. And Quell would basically, you can group multiple items into one basket, and it tracks the price of those items for you and informs you if there's sales or promos going on. These are just some wireframes that I drew up. Basically, to log in, it will be a mobile pin login just like Betterment. Basically, the allocation page and then the calendar function, so you can physically see how far away that purchase is for you. So my competitors kind of fail in this respect because all of them are really past-oriented. They look at your past transactions, your past spending habits, but it doesn't really tell you about the future, which Quell would definitely help with. And so then all these competitors aren't really addressing the real problem. They're focusing on saving and budgeting when it's really about smarter spending, especially for younger people when we really just want that thing, X, Y, or Z. And it comes at a really good time because, you know, companies like Snapcash and Betterment and Venmo are changing the way that we see money. It's easier to spend it, and Quell wants to help with that. And on the retail side, Quell would be really useful because Quell would basically gather up all the information from its users and sell it so that I'm not getting money from its users through annoying advertisements. The money would be coming in from these data sales, basically, where it would go towards inventory management, so people never run out of the things that they want. And it could go into predictive analytics and customer engagement. So that's Quell. Let me know if you're interested.
Our startup is Shopti, a social e-commerce platform that helps friends looking for product advice find friends with that product expertise. What is something that every one of us does? Every one of us, whether we like it or not, shops. So what is today's shopping experience like? It's like this. I'm looking for a red lipstick. I go on to Google, search for red lipstick. I get 50 million results. Amazon, 66,000 results. Google Shopping, 460. Even Sephora, 129 results. You get the problem. 1, there's too much noise and I don't know what to trust. 2, it's not relevant to me. Most of those lipsticks are made for a fair toned skin. And 3, this process is pretty painful. When I was living in New York City, my best friend from college, Jen, was my go-to shopping advice. She'd recommend which blogs I should be reading, which products I should be considering, and which retailers had the best discounts. She was my answer to the problem of shopping today, but she's not available 24/7, and she only knows certain product categories. Uber revolutionized transportation by matching supply and demand and then scaling it. Using the same model, but with product advice, Shopti seeks to revolutionize today's shopping experience. A user can go onto Shopti and create a shopper profile that looks similar to a Pinterest profile that shares the products that they've purchased and recommend. Since friends tend to be similar, a user can get personalized, relevant product advice just by connecting with their friends on Shopti. Shopti will even prompt a user to start a chat with a friend who's previously purchased a product that they're currently looking at. So we are Shopti, an e-commerce platform that declutters and personalizes today's shopping experience. We are your expert shopping friend. Thank you.
Hey everybody. Gonna wait a second. There we go. So, have you ever tried to create organizational change but run into roadblocks that you could have easily avoided if only you knew it happened in the past? This idea is called institutional memory, and it's a huge problem at Dartmouth where students are turning over a quarter of the student body every year. So my name is Mac Murphy, and I'm here to talk to you about the Dartmouth Archives, which is a website designed to aggregate institutional memory so that it can be both accessible and comprehensive for Dartmouth students. So think of it as a cross between Wikipedia's user-created information and Prezi's design. So let's take a quick look at the website. We start off with a timeline, which shows different events in Dartmouth's history. This can be anything from like a student protest to an administrative policy. When we leave this, we get to specific pages which show topics like inclusivity or alcohol. They can show different opinions, or they can show events. These have title and a summary, but they also have links to related pages, so you can see the same information from a variety of different lenses. So our team is made up of a diverse group of 15s and 16s who are all members of the same senior society. This means we have people who are excited about working on the project now, and also people who can carry it forward into the future. Our market is the entire Dartmouth community. We realize that there's often an information gap between students and the administration, and we think that by closing this, we can help these groups work together to solve some of Dartmouth's biggest problems. So where are we now? Well, we have an idea. We have a group of people, and we've done the hard conceptual work of coming up with an approach. What we need now is to create a prototype. We can easily come up with the information, but this is a really big project, and we need help with designing and implementing a website. So again, if you have any questions or ideas for us, we'd love to hear from you. And we are the Dartmouth Archives. Thanks so much for your time.
Pediatric tuberculosis is a top 10 cause of childhood mortality, affecting over 500,000 children every year. Is that working? We are Marina Pleasance and Amanda Zieselman, and in the next 2 minutes, we will outline for you a comprehensive system to improve the accuracy of treatment called PED-TB, or Pediatric Dose Dispenser for Tuberculosis.
The WHO guidelines for treatment of pediatric TB involves the use of 4 medications given in doses based on 3 approved weight ranges, shown by the yellow, green, and gray in this chart. The red shows that with this current practice, over 50% of cases are not receiving the correct amount of medication. So by using 5 weight bands instead of the 3, we can improve the accuracy of treatment by over 95%.
Our proposed solution is a 2-part system. The first is a color-coded version of the Mercy Tape, a well-validated weight estimation tool currently used by UNICEF. This tool is not dependent on literacy and does not require the need for access to scales, a major issue in rural areas.
So in practice, a healthcare worker would use this version of the Mercy Tape to measure a child's weight range. Then she would turn to our dosing device, PED-TB, where each colored weight range would correspond to a setting on the device.
We currently have 2 designs being prototyped by Dartmouth engineers that will accurately dispense the correct amount of medication for each weight class. Our system will be easy to use, portable, and much more accurate than the current best practice. By improving the accuracy of treatment, countries will also be able to decrease the overall economic burden of this disease.
We have been working with professionals at Dartmouth, TB Alliance, and Goodwin Procter here in the US and have received approval from the Minister of Health of Rwanda to conduct a phase 1 cultural sensitivity trial and a phase 2 clinical trial there when the system is ready.
Today we are asking for $3,000, which will fund elements necessary to implement this system through the cultural sensitivity trial, which we plan to execute in August 2015.
There is just no reason that pediatric tuberculosis should be a top 10 cause of childhood mortality. And with your support, PED-TB will help improve pediatric TB treatment in a low-tech, high-impact way. Thank you.
Hi, I'm EJ Miller, and I am a mechanical engineer and product designer here at Thayer. And I'm going to talk to you about this problem. It's the winter, and this was taken in Baker Berry Library, so you're probably all aware of the problem associated with tracking sludge in on the bottom of your boots. Most importantly, it causes a slipping hazard. It also causes salt residue to be left behind that janitors have to meticulously clean up. Thayer alone hires 4 extra janitors to clean up the floor and tackle this problem. Now, I've done a lot of user research and state-of-the-art research, and I found multiple solutions. I want to focus on the center one here, which you might have realized or recognized from Alumni Gym. From my user research, they said they'd all seen this product, but none of them had used it. The reason why? You had to opt into it. From that, I made my product focus on being as unobtrusive as possible. Now, let me be clear. My product sucks. Quite literally, it combines a vacuum system and a blower system. The blower system dislodges particles on the bottom of your shoe as you walk over it, whereas the vacuum system sucks off those particles when you step onto it. Due to my innovative yet simple spring-loaded design, it only activates the vacuum where you step. Now, as you can see, I have a working prototype. This is the before picture, the during, and the after, and you can see the boot is both clean and dry. Now, I've gone through multiple iterations and optimizations to get to this point. I've made a SolidWorks model. I then machined this prototype and tested it successfully. Now, my product is safer. It is more sustainable because instead of having to clean up thousands of square feet, all you have to worry about is the entryway. It is also then going to save you time and money because you don't have to hire those 4 extra janitors. Now, I've gone through Tuckbridge, but I need help from DEN and DALI Lab in order to refine my business model as well as my design and get my prototype into Thayer or into FOCO in order to do a proof of concept before trying to tackle the larger market of high trafficked areas such as office buildings, malls, and eventually into the home. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Amir. I'm from Iran. And my idea is based on risk factor interaction, multi-analysis, RIMA. And breast cancer is the most common type of cancer among women in the US and also developing countries. And there are many risk factors causing society, and these factors show different behaviors depending on these patients. American Cancer Society has made a classification of the many of the risk factors such as the age, breastfeeding, race, family, and other factors. The basis of our classification in RIMA is the same. In the following section, I will just provide explanations about the plan and then about the approach. For oncologists, the problem is no immediate access to the latest methods of the treatment, and for women, the lack of awareness of the extent of breast cancer. And my approach is developing a web application and 2 Android applications for oncologists to access to the latest therapies and method registration and sharing methods of treatment and interaction with other oncologists. And also for women, breast cancer awareness and estimating the risks of breast cancer. Actually, I've already done experience with data modeling in Iran, and I'm very excited to tell you that MD Anderson agreed to provided me with data for development. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Chase Mertz and I'm here to present on YOLO Driving. YOLO Driving is an app that aims to eliminate the problem of texting while driving. For those of you that don't know, YOLO is a bit of a tongue-in-cheek acronym that stands for You Only Live Once. We chose to name our app that because we wanted to serve as a literal reminder about the life-saving potential about this technology. In 2011, 23% of all car crashes involve cell phones. That's 1.3 million avoidable car accidents. Many of you may not know, but actually, texting causes more deaths per year than drunk driving. There's a serious need to this problem. There's a serious need to this serious problem, and there's no currently effective solutions. Obviously, this problem is especially prevalent among teenagers, so that's the audience we decided to target. We know that parents want to keep their kids safe and are willing to do whatever it takes to make that happen. So when we started to think about our solution, there are a number of things we wanted to cover. Basically, we wanted it dummy-proof. We wanted to turn on automatically the second you get in the car, and we want to make sure it was tamper-proof so no one could mess with it. Which brings us to our particular solution. My partner, Jay Graham, met with Professor Dan Rockmore, the director of the Newcomb Institute, a few weeks ago, who put us in contact with the right people in the CS department. From these conversations, we have a number of extremely promising leads, namely integrating with Bluetooth push-to-start technology or creating a wrapper app that prevents texting signals going out while you're driving. Jay and I are extremely passionate about this, and we're ready to put in all our effort to finding a solution to this very solvable problem. Thank you, and please drive home safely.
Hello? All right. Hi guys, I'm here to tell you about Simpatico. And what is that? It's like eHarmony, but for the primary care market. And the reason we care about this is because essentially it comes down to compatibility. The way that patients relate and actually share information with their doctors is hugely important, and it actually drives outcomes in the long term. Looking ahead, my name's Thomas. I'm a 16 here. My partner, Vic, is a third year at the Geisel School. Together, we've resourced the wealth of clinical literature and social science research to actually figure out what preferences patients and doctors care about. In the end, we want to find each patient find their optimal provider. And our product is simple. It's a 32-question survey that helps us figure out the demographic, value, and communication patterns that patients and providers can click on to help build resilience for the long run. In terms of the interface, it's a really simple outlook. You plug in your own set of preferences, and it matches you up with the patients and providers that correspond the best. This helps the clinic figure out which patients will last and how to help reduce patient churn in the long run. In terms of impact, these are just 3 reasons why this matters. Overall, no one likes going to the doctor's office, and honestly, I don't either, but we're here to help you make sure that it's as pleasant as possible. And right now, all we need is a little bit back-end support to help us get it into the clinic. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Robin Jaiswal, and my startup is QuarterPro, a social network for people who want to play pickup sports. Consider a scenario. A freshman's just arrived on campus. He loves soccer. This is a great time for him to play in a pickup game. He can meet new people doing something he's comfortable with, but he doesn't know anyone on campus. He doesn't know where to find a game. Consider another one. You play basketball with some people once in a while. You really like playing with them. You'd love to coordinate more, but you don't know them very well. You feel weird asking for their number or shooting them a message on Facebook. You got your freshmen, you got your basketball players, but you also got a solution. In the Groups tab of the QuarterPro app, you can see all public groups within a 5-mile radius, making it easy to find the Dartmouth Pickup Soccer Group when and where they are playing. You can see all the groups you've joined and any private groups you're in the My Groups tab. You can add friends on QuarterPro, see any plans to go to the gym, any plans to go to events that they share with their other friends. This app is purely centered around sports, so even if you only know someone in the context of sports, it's much more comfortable to add them. Finally, why is this a better option than Facebook groups? In addition to the 2 benefits just discussed, this app is made, its user interface is ideal for planning games and encouraging discussion among the players. It's got an events tab and a forum tab, which makes it so it's less cluttered than a Facebook group. So what do I need? I know Objective-C. I'm currently in the process of coding the app. I would love mentorship with the coding and help with designing the app. I hope to be finished at the beginning of summer, tested over the summer, and then work with groups like First Year Trips, Prio, to really get the word out and help launch in the fall. Funding for t-shirts and other promotional merchandise would be another way to help more students hear about it. I really believe that this would help not just the people that want to play pickup sports right now, but by creating open pickup sports communities on Dartmouth, it would encourage more students to get out, meet new people, and be active. It can be hard to be active in college. This would be one way that we can really help fix that problem. Long term, I could definitely see this spreading, but my first priority would be to help improve the Dartmouth experience. Thank you.
So those are our pitches. Rooney is going to be by the front door to collect your ballots. There's food in the lobby, and we're going to take a break while we tabulate results. And we'll bring you back in to announce at least the audience choice winner, if not the judges' selections in a few minutes. So thank you.
We're ready to announce the winners. We need some drum roll. So, as you're coming in, I just want to say thanks again for coming. We had 173 people here today. It's awesome. That's great. We'll be doing this again in the spring. So if you pitched and you didn't win, or if you have ideas, please be looking for the announcement for the open admissions for the spring term. We haven't set a date yet, but there will be one in the spring. Not in the summer, but fall, winter, spring. We'll keep this going because it's doing so well. So first, I want to really thank the people who put on this event. So it's the staff in DEN, Rose, and the staff in DALI, Sophia and Nook and Rooney and Kiko and Tim and everybody. So can we give them a huge round of... And then let's thank the judges. So, thank you. Yay, judges. All right, so to announce the winners, here is Jeff Crow.
Thank you. So first, I'd just like to say how impressed I was by the presentations. I do this for a living. I sit up there and play judge for a living, and I see lots of presentations from pretty experienced people, entrepreneurs, and of widely varying quality, impact, originality, et cetera. I've also done student competitions before, but I just want to basically say congratulations to all of you. I was uniformly impressed by the quality of a 2-minute presentation. It's really hard to get across your idea in 2 minutes. I thought some of the ideas were original. I thought, and a lot of you were aiming for pretty big impact, and I just encourage you to keep going for pretty big impact. Whether it was big impact here on the Dartmouth campus, and or whether it's just big impact in the world. And if you didn't win today, don't be discouraged. I think if you've got something that you're really passionate about, you know, my advice is to just go for it, because I thought there was a lot of ideas that were really, really good. And there were some that I could also personally relate to. Okay, I'm going to start first with the crowd winner. And this one actually was also scored very well with the judges, but we're going to give it the People's Choice Award. And the People's Choice Award goes to Meander. Is Meander here? Come on up, come on up, come on up. Listen, as part of your fame and glory, you got to come up, come on. I'll just make a comment that the judges all thought that you guys had already accomplished an amazing amount with a really slick-looking app. I'm not quite sure what DALI's going to, or DEN, but there's a lot they can do to help. But you'd gotten really far. It was really very slick. We were all very, very impressed. And clearly, the crowd was impressed as well. So congratulations for being the People's Choice, huh?
Thank you so much.
All right, great. You stay here. You're going to slide down at the end, right? We're going to get all the winners up here. Okay, now I'm going to go in reverse order. So we'll build the suspense, right? Okay, here we go. So in third place, the judges, well, liked all of them, but like this one. In third place, please come up. I'm fine. Where's I'm fine? Are they here? All right. Dudes, your presentation was awesome. I just got to say. Did their presentations crush or what? The presentation was really... On the presentation mode, you won hands down, and it's like everybody else was good. You guys killed it on the presentation. And I say, you won third place here. I say head straight to Silicon Valley and ask for $5 million for your app. It's just like, yo, it'll just take off, right? So, but congratulations, right? Very well done. Okay, second place, we have Alter. Am I saying it right? Alter? Come on up, Alter. You guys are aiming really big, and there's a lot of people on the Dartmouth campus who are really rooting for you to succeed, because I think it could be just a huge boon to everybody, any student anywhere, right? So congratulations. People really, really, I think, were intrigued and excited by what you're building. Awesome. Okay, now, the grand prize winner. How much? Is it $3,000? $3,000? Yep. Don't spend it all at once, folks. Okay, the winner, and I'm going to say this was pretty much a unanimous choice with the judges. Everybody kind of voted for this somewhere in kind of among their favorites, and as it turned out, scored really, really high with the crowd as well. So this was kind of like everybody said, this is really cool, and we're really excited and proud, I think, to have this project part of the Dartmouth community, and it is PEDDTB. Come on up. Congratulations, congratulations. I want to say first that we were not influenced by the rabid fan base you have back there.
Yes, but we felt in terms of combination of kind of originality, feasibility, impact, certainly, but then all the way through to you had already arranged for, it was with the government of Rwanda to actually roll this project out. We were just super impressed by what you had done. And so it was pretty clear. The crowd also loved you, by the way. I just tell you that. It was pretty clear that you guys had won our hearts and won first prize. So congratulations. How about a round of applause for all the winners up here?